Oh, baby, you know when you hear that song, you know what the damn thing is. Must be the weekend. What up, everybody? Friday night, it's your boy Stoney coming to you live from the TCM Museum of Minnesota. Welcome to the Space Corps Podcast, episode 54 up in this bitch. I'm so excited. I've got an excellent night, excellent show, excellent guest, all that shit, baby. So let's get kicking into that in 2 seconds. First off, make sure you're checking out the podcast merch store. It's up, it's live. You can get the TCM Minnesota bullshit. You can get the Space Corp stuff, including the new stuff, man. You're a Java guy like myself or a gal. I got coffee, whole bean, ground. Even got Uncle Stoney Zonky Juice, the Sleep Time Gummies, Nighty Night Peanut. Don't fucking dose your friends. But if you do, it's kind of funny. Tell me about it. Half Moon Designs, that is the sponsor of the show, and McDonald, the queen bee herself. If you are into anything that she's making, top of the line, beautiful products there. Of course, she's gone viral on TikTok a couple times with the burrito wallet, on a 2-year fucking wait list for that stuff. Gorgeous top of the line stuff, lots of horror themed stuff. If you haven't had anything from her or you need some more, go to her Shopify, check it out. And when you check out, do yourself a favor. Use Space Corps for the promo code. You're going to get 10% off the whole entire order, baby. No gimmick, no bullshit, no nothing. Support our brothers and sisters. That's all I'm going to say about that. And lastly, thank you to everybody that hopped in on the Mega Powers auction on Tuesday with Shango and me. It was fucking dope, man. So really appreciate that. It was a really good turnout. A lot of people on a Tuesday night. So we're going to be doing that again. But speaking about doing it again, baby, we're getting right into the goddamn guest tonight because back for a second time, and I'm going to say that I am officially inviting the uninvited guest himself. I'm talking about the one and only Dakotah Faye, the fucking rapper from North Dakota. Hot damn, his new album just dropped. What up, dude?
What's up, man? How are you? I'm
Oh,
glad to be back on.
I am so happy that you wanted to do it.
Of course.
That's fucking
Of course.
sweet,
We had
man.
a great time last time.
You know, last time you were on, it was episode 45. Now it's 54. It just meant to be. Your album just fucking dropped a couple of days ago, dude. How are you feeling?
It's great. You know, it's always kind of nerve-wracking dropping an album. You never know how people are going to respond to it, but it's been great. The reception's been great. I can't complain. It's been awesome. It's
Dude,
been surreal.
I think, like, I'm really impressed. Like, I'm going to put the music aside, but the total package on how you did this, like everything from the promotion to, you know, dropping merch followed by the tour, everything was systematic. The fucking album art is beautiful. I mean, everything was
Thank you.
really fucking tight and well just presented, dude. It was amazing.
Thank you very much. I'm very big on, I kind of used to back in the day, I would kind of just release stuff, you know what I mean? And now I feel like I have plan and, doing themes and everything. If I don't care about the product that I'm giving to people, other people, how could I expect other people to care about it? So I try to put a lot more thought and, be that side of being creative is awesome too, not just making the music, but thinking of visuals and thinking of, the whole story and everything behind it to kind of, give something to people to grab onto.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it just further just gives the experience to everybody, you know, just
Right.
you're doing your own art and everything a disservice to not just give it everything you got, you know, and just awesome. I mean, like even the cover and everything. I mean, like you've had that idea for like the longest time to go with the name, I'm assuming, you know, it just seems like that was the
Yeah,
most
kind
fitting
of.
thing you could do.
Well, it kind of started last year when I did that guest spot with Tiger Lily, and then in the newspaper they labeled me guest rapper, and I kind of rolled with it and made it like a thing and made merch and stuff. And I that's just also how I've felt lately. I've kind of been getting more of a buzz, and I kind of feel like that uninvited guest, like the guy that like is in the party, and people are like, "Who invited this guy?" But you know, so the theme is kind of it's reflected life. Art imitates life, they say. So.
Dude, the other side of the cover with the face mask, it's fucking
Yeah.
beautiful. I see now you've been putting out some pictures that might be hitting in the merch store here pretty soon too.
Absolutely. All that stuff is already in the merch or in the store. We're doing the shirts and the hoodies. I have the ski masks like that say uninvited guests on them. I actually got my first buy on those today, but yeah, everything's a package deal. And it was cool because we ended up doing the show flyer, the tour flyer. It's like reversible, so it has both
Yeah.
pictures. And whatever way you do it is either me with the ski mask on or off. So kind of
Well,
cool.
oh, I guess there. I just queued up something here too. So that was the thing. So the album dropped a couple days ago, and then following
Yeah.
right after that, you announced the tour. So
Yep.
for everybody in the Midwest right here, I mean, like let's look at this. I mean, you got 3 shows in North Dakota. You're hitting up
Hmm.
Iowa, Nebraska, and then you're hitting up Minnesota. 3 shows.
Gotta.
Dude, is that Rochester one? Is that the one that you already announced for? Is that kind of like
Yeah,
that
it's a
bigger
festival.
the festival thing? And
Yep.
then
The Rochester Thaw.
but then Minneapolis ending the tour in the hometown here. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Of
We're
course, I got you. I did it just for you.
yes. Where are you going to be playing at in there?
It's Acadia. I've never been there, so I don't
Okay.
know. My buddy Big Wiz and Mike the Martyr, they've been throwing showcases there every month.
Cool.
So I'll be headlining the March one. I'm not really sure. It's new to me.
So is it so each show then is it different supporting acts or whatever? Or are you actually touring with some
For sure.
boys and or what?
No, I'm kind of independent still, so a lot of these markets that I don't really have a lot of pull with, I'm kind of either jumping on shows or my buddies from the area are basically the promoters on that, so they're getting the lineups, getting
Sure.
locals that'll move tickets and make it the best show as I can.
That's fucking awesome, dude. And it's like I the wife was like telling me about it already today because when I got off work, she's like, "Did you hear like tour dates come on?" I said, "Fucking right, let's go." And Friday night, baby. So you know we're gonna be coming and
Yeah.
kicking it, dude. We can't wait to come
Well,
see you
cool.
again.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's gonna be an awesome time. I love doing Minneapolis anytime I can.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah, I just everything you're hitting up is just great. So and is there room for expansion on that too, or is that kind of that's the first
Absolutely.
solid run?
Oh, we're independent artists. I get it as I come. You know what I mean? This tour started
For
with
sure.
jumping on the two Fargo and Bismarck, North Dakota shows, and then everything else kind of just snowballed from there. I
Yeah.
think I had those two shows and I had Rochester, and I was like, all right, let me just make this a thing. And I kind of just filled in the slots as I went. So I literally booked Minneapolis like 2 days ago.
Yes.
I had the flyer done without Minneapolis, and I had to send it to my guy and be like, yo, I added a date.
Mm.
So he got it to me before today.
It's
Shout
always just
out to
great
Tom.
how that shit just kind of just comes together, you know? You're just like,
Yeah.
"All right, yeah, bing, bing, bing," like fucking right,
So who
dude.
knows? I might add more dates. Who knows?
Dude, absolutely sick. So that's fucking beautiful. So everybody that's watching too, we're live now. I'm actually since last time, I'm actually streaming on TikTok as well. Seeing as we got it
Oh,
all back,
nice.
I know that was kind of a fucking a scary moment there, especially
Yeah, for
for an
sure.
artist, from you, like you said, that was the number one
Hmm.
platform for just overall getting action and shit like that. So
Agree. I agree. I was pretty devastated.
yeah, I fell into the fun, or I guess I played into the panic and all that too. Like, dude, I downloaded that Lemonade app and that fucking crazy ass Chinese,
Yep.
which I still got them on
Oh,
my
dude,
phone. So
dude, I got banned in like a week. I
did you?
posted like three things and I got banned. Well, they have such different community guidelines and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I didn't read anything, so I was just reposting stuff, and something must have been a big no-no. Because yeah,
I just kept it on because I'm like, fuck it. I just keep posting some stuff for the podcast here and there too, just expanding a
yep,
little bit more, man. Because I don't know, dude. After seeing that, and you just see how quick something can get shut down like that, out of people's controls. It's like, dude, don't have all your eggs in one basket, I guess is what I learned.
for sure, definitely made me go, okay, maybe I need to focus on some other platforms than just other than TikTok.
Yeah, just in case, I mean,
Hmm.
but I'm glad that shit's back, dude. Cause yeah,
Yeah,
like I said, I was late to the game into that, and I like it now, man. I like putting stuff up. It's kind of easy, and I just
yeah,
hate for
yeah.
that to be taken away. And I mean, all the people that are making themselves a living and on there,
Very true.
it's rough for
Very
that to be
true.
gone. Granted, the memes were kind of funny about all the TikTokers going
Gotta
back to
get a
day
real
one to their
job.
go to the real work.
You know what? Being in front of camera and being entertaining is not a job that most people can do. So
Sure. Absolutely, dude. I think I'd get annoyed with it eventually where it's just like I like to do it organically, but if that was just like something that's like, nah, dude, I gotta put out some more content. I gotta, think of this shit.
right,
Like, I think it'd just be exhausting. And I
for
think I'd
sure, it
like
can
lose
be.
the heart for it, and just wouldn't be so
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
Uh,
It can definitely feel like that sometimes, but I think we talked about it last time. I've really kind of enjoyed doing that side of it, being creative. It's different from, just making music. So you got
sure.
to take the good with the bad, but
Yeah. Dude, so I think I messed up on that. I switched over to like a business account instead of just like an
yeah.
individual. And dude,
Yep.
it took away all the filters and everything for like the
You
video,
can't use
editing.
music.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't
tons of
use any of
stuff,
that shit. And
original
then I think it
sounds.
limits the visibility because now it wants me to
I
pay
agree.
money for
Yeah.
the ad support.
Yep. Yeah, just normal. I made that mistake as well.
I wonder if I can go back. I gotta look if I can switch
Yeah, you
back
can. Yeah,
because
you could. I think you could switch it back pretty easily.
Garrison Emsick is on. He's saying the album is so good, dude. Fire. Great work,
My
Dakotah. We
dog.
got we
My
got
dog.
lots of love here pouring in again on that TikTok too. Everybody that's watching, man, it's a new frontier as well. So make sure you're fucking liking what's going on here. Check out Dakotah Faye. He's on all the goddamn socials.
All of
I
them.
got your uninvited guest little ad down below there too. So it's got all
My
the
man.
platforms you can find the album. Of course, he's got physical hard media you can get off his store. Otherwise,
Yep.
I've been kicking it with the YouTube, man. I've listened to the album 4 times now. I squeezed in one more on my way back. I just want to make sure I was on top of my game for this one, man.
Good. Good. Thank you, man. That really means a lot. It really does. Like just the messages and people actually genuinely enjoying, something that I made in this bedroom that I'm in.
Hell
It's
yes.
a great feeling.
So that's another question that I wanted to ask is kind of like, the process of a recording independent artist like that. I mean,
Right.
this wasn't something you're renting out time in a studio somewhere. This was all done at your house for the most
Yeah.
part, or
Yep. Everything. Everything.
fucking
Besides
cool.
a few of the guest feature, like, vocals, they did them on their own, but
Sure.
everything that I did was recorded on this microphone that's right in front of me.
Dude, that's so cool. That just gives me hope on like all the stuff that I want to do too, where it's like you think you need to have like a certain level of, quality equipment. Not saying what you have or what I have isn't, but where you just
Right.
think you're like, oh, I gotta have like a $500,000 studio in order to do something like that. Nope.
For sure. No, dude, it's so much more accessible now. Like, I remember when I first started in, God, 2009 when I was a kid,
Yeah.
the equipment that we were recording on was crazy. It was like a web camera that had a microphone on it. We were recording
Sure.
with that with like pillows around the micro. It was terrible. It sounded so horrible. Nowadays kids can spend, a few $100 and have a legit setup that sounds
Oh.
really nice.
That's amazing. And I just
Yep.
think too the fact that you have full control over every little minute detail of it versus instead of like, you got to run it by producers and that who like know more than
Right.
you know and no, trust me, I've been doing this for 30 years, kid. We're going to do it this run, like, dude, I
Yeah.
think that's got to be pretty liberating too.
It is for sure. Well, I work Callie, my DJ slash engineer slash he's one of my best friends. He's kind of the master genius behind the sound that we've been doing lately. So there are times where I'm like, man, I think it should be like this. I think it should be like this. And he's like, nah, fuck that. It's like this. And then he does it, and I'm like, you know what? You're right.
You're right. And
It's good to
that's
have an open
always
ear.
keeping an open mind to anything too, because it's like, dude, people got
You
different
gotta.
views and everything, and maybe your way isn't the best, and at
But
least hear
boy,
people
I
out,
sure do think I sure think it is though.
That's okay. That's quite all right, dude. Oh my god. And for everybody watching too, because I'm terrible at promoting sometimes. I've got some albums on hand right now, and I've been thinking about
Yeah.
how to give these out. So I'm thinking I got 3 of them. So the first 3 people that would share this live feed right now to a group or to their page and just screenshot it. Send it to my personal or to the Space Corps. The first 3 I see come in, I got CDs, and then the real first one's also gonna get one of the cozies he sent here too, baby, because I
Yeah.
got one for me, and then I'm keeping the sticker for me. But you guys should check out his merch store because I got a shirt coming. He's got hoodies. He's got a bunch of good
Oh
shit,
yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah. And whatever you order, I usually just throw in the stickers for free because, nice little gift goodie bag.
Dude, fucking awesome. Again, I just I hope there's a love as much, for the physical media with like maybe like younger kids and shit. But just to me, it's like that just seals the fucking deal, dude. And it's just like this ain't no CDR burnt, CD like when I was in a band, how
Yeah.
we used to
Oh,
distribute our
dude.
stuff.
Same, same. You'd be
Man,
surprised though. Like I was just talking to my wife about this. She was very surprised how much CDs sell still. And when I'm at shows, the item that sells the most are CDs. It's crazy how, and I think most people like, it's kind of like a collector's thing now. Even if they
sure.
don't actually listen to it,
Yeah.
they'll have me sign it, and maybe they collect them or whatever the case is. I know I do that for local artists. I collect CDs. I don't even listen to them, but I got a whole stack of them in my
For
drawer over
sure,
there.
dude. But then it's like it's harder to find something that's gonna play a CD nowadays. Like
Yeah, cars are starting to not have them. You're like, what the
well,
hell?
that's funny too, because like I just I've got a work truck and that's what I commute in, and I just got swapped out with a different vehicle like last week, and I was like, oh
Mm,
cool. Well, then I looked, it's 1 year newer. It ain't got no CD player anymore, and usually that's how I'm always playing your guys' music and shit. And I was like, oh,
yep.
so thank God you had it on YouTube the first day, because I was just like I started to panic. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? I'm like,
Right,
dude,
right.
do iPhones even have iTunes? I'm like, what? I'm like, I was thinking, I'm like, I'm gonna have to like rip the MP3s, go old school in this shit.
It's so crazy. My computer doesn't even have a disk drive in it anymore. It's like, what is
I
going
know.
on?
I had to buy an external CD because, like, dude, I mean, I've music has been just my biggest thing my whole fucking life, and I mean, especially as a
Yep.
teenage kid, dude, I consume so much and everything. I have external hard drives, and I just pump that with everything I've ever owned, and that's just it's like ritualistic. Every time I get a CD, before I even play it, before it can get a single scratch on it, it goes in there, gets ripped into high quality MP3s, and now I got it forever, and
Yep.
but
I was the kind of person that would like organize my iTunes. I would get all the album art correct. I would get all the credits correct, all the
yes.
metadata. I would sit there and TD. I still do that. I'm a freak when it comes to that stuff, so I totally get it.
The sad thing I was thinking about it too, I'm like, I haven't accessed that fucking hard drive in years, and I'm just like, it was all for nothing. But it's not. It's just, I like how
One
nowadays
day.
people are, getting bored and uploading some old school shit on like
Yeah.
YouTube. I mean like old like VHS concert, footage and shit. Also
Yep.
now we're seeing stuff of bands, when they were first starting out that you would have never ever seen. And it's like that's pretty
Yeah.
cool, dude.
It is really cool. You can't even imagine all the lost media that's still out there that never
Mm-hmm.
been seen. Movies and all types of stuff. Lost TV shows and all types of stuff.
Dude, absolutely, man. Um, just seeing here, I think we got our first couple people who are snapping some shots again.
Oh,
I
let's
I think I
go
got one or
already.
two. Yep. So just make sure you want a hard copy. I'm sending this to you for free, baby. I'm paying the shipping. So just share the
What a
shit,
guy.
screenshot it, and send it over to me quick before somebody else nabs them up.
How could you not do that? That's a hell of a deal.
um, So I, my friend, am now happy to say that I've finally taken a big step in my life here, and I'm only telling you
Mhm.
this because this is a path you've been down for over 2 years. But
Yeah.
I've always kicked around, kind of taking breaks here and there. But I am now over 2 months officially 100% sober on anything and everything,
Wow.
and it was like. When in my younger years, my early 20s, I would say, yeah,
Hmm.
dude, I had a problem with drinking. It was nasty, it was gross. And nowadays, I mean, I
For
got
sure.
kids, and I couldn't tell you the last time I've ever been drunk or whatever. But it's
Right.
been
Right.
kind of like a married thing with me and getting back into getting into like better health and fitness and stuff for my kids and shit, man.
For sure.
It's like, dude, I've got like an umbilical hernia or something. That's where it's like in your belly button instead of down in your
Wow.
waist. And I lift too much heavy shit for work. And so somewhere along the lines, I gave myself like a hernia, and I went and I'm like, well, I'll just go get surgery. And the doctor's like, dude, he goes, it's really high risk with your weight. He's like, if you lose like fucking 30 pounds, he goes, it's a lot better chance you can, have no complications. But he's like,
Right.
there's a risk you can fucking die. And I'm like, I'm just getting that surgery. Like, yeah, nope, I'll come back to you in a little while, dude. And it's just like, you always kind of wonder, it's like, what's going to be the final push, to make you take the step to go to sobriety or take care of your health or, do something.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. For
you know,
sure.
it's just, you think you got a million reasons why you should, but sometimes you're just fucking stubborn and, so
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's a big reason why I probably didn't get clean for so long. Fun fact, today, right now, is my 2-year sobriety anniversary.
no shit.
Sure is.
Congratulations, brother. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. Hey, congrats to you. 2 months is crazy. And soon enough, it'll be 2 years and you'll be like, what
Oh,
the hell? When
fuck
did that
yeah.
happen?
I've always got I've got like a weird I don't want to say perseverance, but like I can, as soon as I finally switched to doing something like I smoked cigarettes like my whole life, I mean, it just
Same.
dedicated smoker. And then all of a sudden it was like once we had our first kid, we both stopped, and it was like there was no I was on the patch or whatever. It was just that day, nope, done. And it was cold turkey the whole time and never looked back, so it's like,
Yeah.
I've done things like this, like, I went like a year without drinking, and it's like it's no big deal, but it's like, but if I have it in the house, I'm gonna have it, so
Right.
I
Right.
just
Habits are hard to break
it
sometimes.
is. And it's just like, I know myself enough now where I can't just do like, well, you'll just have some drinks on the weekend. Nah, dude. It's just like it's all or nothing. And that's fine if it's
Right.
nothing. And it's like, you know, I always never wanted to like say like I'm going sober, because I always feel like that really holds you to a certain, commitment, and people go, "Oh,
Sure.
dude, what happened to you?" So it's always like, I'm
Yeah.
just taking a break, because but you know what? I'm like right now, dude, that's the legit the path right now. And maybe in a later date, maybe that's something I enjoy here or there, but I got to
Right.
fucking earn that now, is what basically I'm putting on myself. Like, I got like a weight in mind where it's like, dude, once you hit that, then maybe we can talk. But now, baby,
Yeah.
you've had enough fucking drinks, dude. You've had enough, whatever. It's time to
You
fucking
could
do some work.
rest, man. It's
Yeah.
okay. You did enough.
Dude. And I like, I do a lot for my job, and usually like at the nighttime when everybody goes to bed, I'm usually plugging back on the computer and I'm working for a couple hours. While I finally restructured this year, starting with one of my main guys who kind of runs the shop with me. He's doing all my schedule writing and all that. So now I've basically
Mhm.
committed that time at night where I was normally on the computer. I just take that, dude. I'm working out. We got a sauna in here. So I've been doing like some really just strict fucking, a good routine. And man, I'm hoping it's going to start working out. I think it's harder when I get older. It's harder to lose weight and harder to see that progress. But fuck it, dude. Just keep
Right.
doing it. It's got to be good for you. You know.
Gotta be. Gotta be. I'm at that same point too, like health wise. I'm starting to pack on a little pounds on the gut. I'm like, man, I need to start eating better, start treating myself better. So I totally get it. And it's hard to break those habits because, I played sports growing up all throughout high school and stuff, but I didn't like conditioning, never did.
Yeah.
I was always just like the kid that half-ass practice or whatever.
Sure.
So, that builds a lot of habits to later where now I'm like, I can quit this, that, and the third, but working out like once or twice a day is like near impossible for me to do. I'm just like, I just don't
Yeah.
get it. I've never had that habit yet. So I'm right there with you. I'm trying to build some healthy habits.
What did you play in high school? You football?
I I played football for a little bit, was not great at it. I love football. I'm a huge football fan, but I was not the biggest football guy. I was
Sure.
mostly baseball and basketball.
Oh, right on, dude.
Baseball was my main sport, but yeah.
I had like I was always football is definitely a number one sport, for me. And I played it when I was in middle school, when I lived in Wisconsin, and then we moved to Duluth, Minnesota, which was a lot bigger town than little Hudson, Wisconsin. And
Right,
also I'm like,
right.
oh great, new kid, I'm gonna play football. Well, I went there. Well, when I was in Wisconsin, I was like the biggest kid, so I was on the line, I was on defense,
Hmm.
offensive line. And then all of a sudden I get to fucking high school times in Duluth, and holy shit, there were some big boys, dude. And all of a sudden, like, I was like the smallest one, but I was too fat to fucking run, so I couldn't be a linebacker, couldn't be a running back. So like, dude, that was like shit, man. So we had, and it was intense, man. We had 3-a-days for practice in the summertime. All day, you'd be like at the fucking high school there. You go in the morning, you'd bike back, you go back. Like, it was crazy, dude. But it was fun, man. I mean, just good teamwork, camaraderie, and shit like that. And
For sure.
but that was short lived, dude. And then I got into really, smoking cigarettes and hanging out and being in a band and all
Yeah.
that shit. And I was like, fuck this,
Yep.
dude.
Same thing I did. I lasted till about maybe junior year, and then I didn't even do sports my senior year because I was just fucking around so much, just hanging out with friends and doing things I wasn't supposed to,
Right?
being a rapper.
Hey, that's all right, man. That's living life too, baby. So.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Moose Lodge says congrats to both of us. Thank you,
Well,
appreciate that,
thank you
Moose.
very much.
Lauren says get to weightlifting like me. Hell yeah.
Oh boy, I need to. I
I
can't lift shit. I'm weak.
I just finally got my kettlebell, and that I'm all about it, dude. Just fucking swinging
Yeah,
that bitch around. Feels
yeah, like
good.
underneath the legs, like
Yeah, dude.
that's dope. I need to get me one of them then.
I just gotta get pumped about it, man. It's all it's all good. You just gotta stop thinking you look goofy or something. It's like fuck it, you're doing it for
For
yourself
sure,
and ain't
yeah.
nobody watching.
Right. Yep.
Guy Durham says, "Congrats to both of you. I don't drink anymore after I blacked out and rear-ended a parked minivan. I moved it almost 2 blocks. Holy shit!
Wow. Holy shit.
And after seeing the car seats in the back, that was it for me. I could have killed an innocent child. Wow, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I mean, everybody has their own wake up call, or hopefully you
For
do.
sure.
Some people never do, but."
Yeah.
And then
I agree.
Jake says he's dropped 60 since August, just cutting the sugar, fats down, and weightlifting. It's fucking
Sugar is
right.
my problem. That is, I have a sweet tooth
Is
till I
it?
die. Oh yeah.
We've gone back and forth with like the ketos and stuff like that. So for the longest time, I'm as close to no carbs, no sugar as possible, and I'll cutting out that booze and shit. It's you just got to get used to it. It's just like the hardest thing for me was like we got like I said we got 3 kids, so the pantry is nothing but just trash. It's fucking Teddy Grahams and every kind of processed food under the sun, and it's
Oh
just too easy to
man.
hit it up.
Yeah. I don't even have a kid, and my fucking pantry is filled with snacks.
And they never fucking finish anything. So you're like, oh yeah, I'll finish those little goldfish or whatever. And Travis
It's
Allen's in the
your
house. What
fault.
up, dude? Nicholas Moore. I love your teeth,
Oh,
Dakota.
love your teeth. That's Roosh the rapper. That's my boy Nick. What's up,
Hell
bro?
yeah. Oh, so I definitely want to talk about the album, of course.
Yeah.
I got to bring up a little bit of notes here because, like I said, I've gotten to my favorite thing is being
Study.
able to listen to everything when I'm in the truck because, dude, it's the commute. It's straight. It's early in the morning. It's quiet. I can focus on the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like I said, I've thoroughly listened through, and I just didn't want to just come into this and be like, "Hey, man, it sounded really good. Like, good job," or something like. I fucking listened to it, man. And I think, I really think it's an incredible album. I mean, just is a good
Thank you,
way of
man. Thank you.
starting with that. It just the your first track that you got is definitely like like the radio hit. Kind of more of the softer, like more of a song.
Yeah, a little melodic, a little bit singing, trying to, use a little bit of melodies in there. It's kind of a new thing for me. Not super new, but I knew I needed something that kind of grabbed your attention right away.
Yeah, dude. And like, and it's an excellent track. And then it's like and then you go into May 12th, dude. Well, okay, like first I got to say, here's the thing about this album that is there's an obvious tone to it, but it's a very persistent tone. I feel like this album is an ode to the B&E, the breaking and entering here because
Yeah,
that
yeah, it's supposed to be that feeling of like breaking the fucking door down, It's kind of in your face, it's evasive, it's,
yes.
it's in your area.
So what's any is there real life history that won't be too incriminating of any B&Es when you were a younger shithead running around?
I no
No
comment.
comment.
I'll leave that to the imagination, but I
Well,
definitely have done a little bit of research, yeah.
yeah, dude. It definitely brought open past memories of my childhood too, because I definitely had some goofball things. It was never anything violent like that, but back in when we lived in Hudson, we lived up on the outskirts of kind of where all the new development was, and we were like in a townhouse with a bunch of the other kids, and across the street was this dirt lot, and we turned it into like a BMX track and stuff, and dude,
Yeah.
like the older kids would bring their trucks with like couches in the back. We'd fucking party there basically, and then they all of a sudden bought up the land and turned it into like more new houses or like townhouses and shit. And I was middle school. I was the younger kid, following the high school kids, our friends as older siblings. But man, we did some damage over there and stuff. And like,
Yeah.
we some of the empty vacant townhouses we'd break into. We wouldn't smash the windows, but we figured out how to unlock sliding glass doors, which is actually
Yep.
really fucking easy. So anybody who's got one, put that goddamn log up, because
Yeah.
holy shit. But yeah,
Definitely need that
we'd get in
bar
there in the
there.
winter just to smoke cigarettes and shit and just chill, just being shitty kids. But
Yeah.
but no, but I like it's like the album starts out with the song's great, and then all of a sudden it's like it kicks right into it, where it's just like the theme is breaking into houses and stuff, but while you're there, you're enjoying the fruits of the house there too. So
Yeah. Yep.
so you hear you flipping through, and then all of a sudden, right before the second track hits, as you're flipping through the channels, we hit some like a Goku fucking reference or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny because, I grew up a huge, 90s kid, Toonami fan, love Dragon Ball Z. And especially that the Trunks arc where that little clip is from is one of my favorites. But the whole reason I did it, obviously, is because it says the 12th of May in it. My birthday is May 12th.
Is
That's the
it?
whole.
Okay.
It
Hell
is.
yeah.
So it came from that clip, and then I made the song like after. It was kind of one of those weird things where a a Dragon Ball Z clip inspired the song, but I
Dude.
was just feeling myself that day. I heard the beat and I was like, I gotta go crazy, bro. I gotta go crazy.
And you fucking did. So that here, like,
Thank you.
it took me by surprise. Like, again, like, this is like just honest reaction. Like, if there was if I was doing like a reaction video or something in my truck, but like, all of a sudden it's like, just the vibe of that first song, it just had me feeling really good. And then all of a sudden, a little bit of that, and then the fucking beat for that, dude. I wrote down a lot of the notes. I'm kind of got like notes of like the best out of your album. What I think is like the best beat, the best hook, the best features, the best
Oh,
verses
I would love to hear those.
by far. May 12th and Do What I Want are my two favorite fucking beats off that. But like, just the
Mm-hmm.
way that bass came in, oh my god, like I was like, oh, like, like a fucking, like, I was like, yeah, dude, it just goes so hard, man. And
Thank you.
I thought it was just an excellent transition into it, where all of a sudden it was just like, dude, no, this is still just some gangster beat, and just like,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
just
for
some
sure.
hard rapping. um Amazing. So I thought
I
that
kind
was
of wanted to
great.
subvert expectations on it, kind of ease you in with the intro, and then
Yeah.
it's like, boom, you know what I mean? Kicking the door down, metaphorically and, actually with the actual production and stuff.
Yes. And then the best part about it is that track is only 2 minutes long, and as soon as it was done, I was like, it was like a cliffhanger at the end of a season, for me. Austin, I'm like, no, 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 I need more. Austin's like,
Go
no, dude,
back,
you
go
got the whole
back.
album now. Welcome to the fucking uninvited guest, dude. I was like,
Welcome.
yes,
Yes.
dude.
It's like the second intro almost.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so some other people asking too. Lauren's saying, what inspires a lot of your songs?
Just life in general, the things that I go through and the emotions that I feel, whether it's love or love lost or, inspiration or devastation, just life in general. I try hard not to force when I write music, I'll always, if I'm not feeling it, I'll take a break and just live life. And, a situation comes up, whether it's my own or a story that I hear from somebody and I get inspired.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, and lots of different music and people in my life. They've all inspired me.
Andrew says that he's playing Magic City at Crafty's Bar in Havy right
My
now.
man. Let's go.
He says the whole album's fire. I mean, legit.
Appreciate it.
And it's just, again, there's so many different things about each track where I'm just like, I've like got just favorites about it, man. And like,
Hmm.
so I mean, I guess I do got the track list right here, but and again, we don't sit and highlight every single song, but some other notes that I put down there, man. So this is where I almost get just emotional on how happy I do. Don't go away. The chorus, your hook on that, it's like fucking changed my like life in a certain part. Like the way it just hits, and that higher note right at the end of it, like it's like one of the best fucking choruses I don't know. There's something, I'm obsessed with it right now, dude, and it's already in my fucking head, man. So I'm already, your
Thank
tunes,
you.
dude.
Thank you. It's funny that that hook I did, it's very old. It's one of the oldest things that I did
Yeah.
for the project. I did just that hook and I was sitting on it for almost 2 years.
Okay.
And I sent it to Dwarnell Roland, the feature on the song,
Yeah.
and he was one of the first artists that really gravitated towards it. And I was sitting on it for so long, I had no idea how I was gonna finish it or what direction to go with the verses, sing or rap. And then you send it to somebody and they do it, and you're like, oh, that's what I need to do. And it's
Yeah.
it's somebody else finishing that painting. And I'm glad that it got released because it is, I'm still a little nervous to release songs where I'm singing, especially like that, because I'm not really, I don't have a singing background like that. But
Sure.
songs like that make me a little bit more comfortable, and people liking it make me realize, okay, maybe I'm onto something.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. Just
Thank
like,
you. Thank you.
that's definitely just one. I mean, to me, it's like, I just don't like, this is my one favorite song. It's like, to me, I just pick out really key parts about just now that I really look forward to as I listen through it. I'm like, dude, this part's coming up. Like, just I don't
Yep.
know.
Yep.
So,
Thank you.
dude, 100%, man. Regular, obviously that one came out, a little bit ago, as you
Yep.
were
One
you
of the
were
singles I
prepping this up.
dropped.
fucking solid track, dude. Locked in,
Banger.
solid track. Build Me Up, one of my more favorite ones for sure. I
Love
just,
that one. That's probably my favorite. That's
dude,
one of my favorites. Cashy is a legend, so I'm
yeah.
glad I got to get him to collab on the album because he hasn't rapped on a song in years. So he's one of my best friends, and
I
he's a
feel
legend
like
in North Dakota.
I just feel like you're so in the fucking pocket on that one. Like just I mean just the bars on it. It's just fucking executed like boom. I love it, dude.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
that one's getting me pumped. Well, I think one of my I first went down. What's my first favorite three songs? Then I couldn't stop having but five, and then I had to whittle one off or whatever. But Magic City for sure is like one of my absolute favorite tracks, dude. I just that's also one of my favorite features that you got on there.
Grady
Um,
is awesome. North Carolina represent. He is incredible. He lived up here for work for a while. We
okay,
got to meet, and he came through to the studio, and we did like 5 or 6 songs that day. And he dropped his part of that verse and kind of cut it off. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna start right after you get done, dude.
yes,
And he left, and I wrote that entire verse that night and did it. It's one of those just really cool kind of old school hip hop tracks where no hook, you just go
yep,
through it. And his beginning, rap part kind of just, I knew exactly what I was going to talk about. I knew it was going
yeah,
to be an ode. Magic City is a nickname for mine in North Dakota, where I'm from.
okay.
So I always try to show love to my hometown, and it has a lot about my childhood and growing up and all that in it. So I always got to show love to my city.
Dude, that's fuck yeah, man. Like I think I really enjoy those types of formats of like the songs where it's just not that, cookie cutter, here's the fucking verse
Right.
one, chorus,
Hook,
verse two,
verse,
this,
hook. Yep.
it's
Yep.
just like I mean, I don't know why I've just always had a love for like a track that doesn't have a chorus or something like that. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then too with when features like that, instead of it's like, okay, here's my verse one, and then it's separated by this, and then here I come. It's like, when you guys can just when he ends and you pop in, or like when people trade line after line after line or something like that.
Absolutely.
It just seems like it's so much more of a believable, like you guys really are collaborating because you're interested in each other. It's not just like, hey, let me get, spit 16 on this for me real quick. It just, you can tell when certain people are like, no, you just emailed that over to me, and I popped it in or something.
Yes, yep. And there's collaborations that happen where they can work out that way, and it can sound great, but nothing beats getting in the studio with somebody and
Yeah.
getting inspired with them.
So, I mean, when you guys are in the studio, I mean, they're over at your house kicking it. So like,
Hmm.
that's just cool, man. I
It
think it's
is.
just such a cooler fucking feel to it. That's just got to feel, you got to feel more at ease. I mean, you're in your own, space, while you're doing that instead
Right,
of,
right.
just, I don't know. I just think, again, just like, I just figure if you're at, like when we were at a recording studio, like all I was worried about was like, we're on the clock, you kind of got this pressure to perform,
Yes,
get them done,
absolutely.
and then hope for the best or something.
I've never ever recorded at a legit studio like that. I mean, I've been to them, but I don't work like that. I've worked like in my room by myself way too long
Yeah.
to do that. I hate feeling rushed. I've been in sessions with artists in other cities in these big, and it just feels like nothing gets done. There's nothing cohesive about the music that's being made because everyone's just trying to write fast enough to get on the song.
Yeah, for sure.
It can kind of, yeah. I'm send me something or let's work on it together in my studio where we can do it at a pace, but I work a lot better solo.
So the next one, I want to talk about praise. So
Hmm.
that's another one. So I guess I should say so the top four songs that I put down that I absolutely just digging right now, and maybe that fluctuates as I listen to things more. But Magic City, Praise, Build Me Up, and May 12th. Those are my bangers right now off it.
Hmm.
Praise, I really really enjoy that one. It was a different style, different feel on it, and
For sure.
I really started listening to what you're saying, especially like in the first verse there where there's fucking something flying around here. It's supposed to be goddamn middle of winter. What the fuck?
I
Um,
know. Yeah, they somehow survive. I don't know how.
so I actually I had to stop and listen to it and write it down as I'm driving in the car, fucking 70 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
that's yeah, nothing
It
dangerous
was
about
it
that.
was
Please don't
dangerous,
die
but
listening to my music.
dude, but so all right, so so the line, God already made a plan, unless you spend your nights with another man, that's on its side. But he already hated the
Right.
vision. I don't understand. I don't think God loves all of us because he steal my land, right? Because
Yeah,
and it just it makes me think on your roots, as you've got Native American history and stuff like that.
for sure.
Um, what if I can ask, get personal, like,
Yeah.
what is your thoughts, from like the religious side of that? Are you kind of like a resentful, you know, idea with that, or like, I don't know,
So
it
I
made me
yeah.
curious as to like what was going through your head a little bit there.
So I grew up uh Catholic. My mother had a lot of health problems when she was, she's had a heart condition ever since she was in her 20s. And she got pregnant with me and she wasn't supposed to have it. The doctors really advised her to, you should probably, abort this child just to, because one of y'all might not make it. And
Yeah,
at that point in her life, she became, she kind of turned to God in that moment. So throughout my whole childhood, I went from kindergarten till I graduated high school at a Catholic school. I went there my entire life. I've been confirmed. I've gotten all of that stuff done, and I grew up in the Catholic Church. So I've always had a different opinion on those things. Obviously, my mother isn't super religious anymore. Neither of us are. We're not.
sure.
It was kind of just one of those things, and she thought I'd get a better after a while, she kind of was like, "All right, you're just getting a better education at this school," which cost her a lot of money. I don't. We were poor. I don't know how the hell she was paying that tuition, but I conflicting things from because I grew up with a gay cousin my entire life. That was normal,
Yeah,
and then going to school and hearing these people say that that's not right. And, I would get in trouble a lot in religion class because I would be the one that would be like, I don't think that's right.
yeah,
And no knock on anybody that follows religion because there's a lot of great things in there of just
right.
how you should treat other people
Yes,
and, how you should take care of yourself and your house and your whole, and, and all that stuff. But I would what they would consider a grocery shopping Christian, where I pick and choose things that I believe
sure.
about the religion. So I just don't feel comfortable, following a religion that I'm not fully 100% in because I know other people would feel the same way. So I have a lot of not resentment, but I just have a lot of things about my childhood. That was a huge part of my life. It really was. Um, and it's a very important song. I've never really talked about stuff like that on music, and I've done music for a long time, even when I was in school.
Yeah.
So I just felt the inspiration one day. I forgot, maybe I think I was, you're seeing the news over in Gaza, and I think something just resonated with me, and it was just something I felt like I had to speak about or just get out.
For sure. You can just tell it's a very it's a lot more deep, and in the subject matter what you're talking about, and
For
that
sure.
and that's why I was just like curious on it, because that's it too. It's just like you grow up from like a religious standpoint like that, but then you see how things are in the real world, and you're like, well, why isn't everybody given a fair shot at what this is? It's just like, well, how can
Right.
one individual not be accepted in when others are, and like and how can certain things happen to certain people and stuff. So
Right.
I I I liked just kind of hearing that, just hearing other people that just kind of got questions and shit like that, because
Yeah.
I don't know where I stand on really like religion and stuff like that too. I just, when I was young, I think my cousins, their mother and father were like crazy, really strict religious people. I mean, they homeschooled them forever and this, and
Right.
it kind of freaked me out, and so I kind of always stayed, kind of stayed distant from it. But you know, yeah, I don't know where I stand on it, but I do agree in a fact that, religion, I think it's, regardless if believe it, buy into it or not, it's a good like moral scaffolding just to how you should live your life. I mean, on a lot of these things, just,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just
I
take it
totally
for
agree.
like how to be like at least a good person to other people, which is very important.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I think it's beautiful, man. And then another part, and you said that too, something about you believe in karma, but then you believe people hold their beliefs over honor. And I felt that was kind of like the political part too. So I'm glad you're saying that you're looking at the Gaza stuff like that too, because that's it. I just think that sometimes people are just so willing to die for just the belief side over there, even if they don't believe it or something. That's my team and that's where I'm going. But instead of
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, I think it's a fucking great song, dude. I really really dig
Thank
the
you.
lyrics.
Thank you. Thank you. It was an important song for me to write in my life journey, I think. And I definitely want to touch on, more deeper subjects in future music for sure. And I think that was kind of like my litmus test of seeing if people would receive,
Sure.
me talking about something else other than, a girl breaking up with you or something.
Yeah. I think that the majority of people, I actually are more receptive to something that's a little, more real and different than other than,
Right.
we've got a billion songs that are just kind of the generics, the topics, right? And to hear somebody
So
who
damn
just,
sick of the same old love songs, man.
there we go. Absolutely. So another one now. So again, like I say, don't go away.
Mhm.
I'm obsessed with the chorus on there, but I gotta ask on the front there, fucking Cassie. So what is that a clip from something or what?
Oh, that's from the TV show Euphoria. So
Okay.
I tried to, with the whole flipping through TVs kind of,
Yeah. All
theme
right.
throughout the
Yep.
album. A lot of the songs have those TV clips in them, and that one's from a TV show called Euphoria
Love
on
it.
HBO
I
with
love
Zendaya and all that.
it.
It's a great show. If you've
Dude,
ever seen it, it's good.
like I said, I'm driving at 4 in the morning, it's dark out. I'm listening to something, I'm like talking to myself, and else that came out, and I was like, fucking Cassie, like it's so fucking funny,
Fucking
dude.
Cassie, she's crazy, dude.
But
Watch that show, you'll know.
so let's see here. Other ones I was gonna ask on too. I kind of jumping around, but um, getting onto distribution and merch and websites and all that. Like I think your new website's beautiful looking, and
Thank you. That was the first time I've ever designed. I did it all myself, so I'm very glad. It seems like people can navigate it easily, and I'm kind of cheated off of other people's profs was a big one that I went and kind of
nice.
looked as an example of like, okay, what is he doing? I
Sure.
like to study these artists that are in my region that are way bigger than me, and learn from them. And so yeah, thank you. I appreciate that because yeah, I was a little scared on like if I was gonna be able to do it.
Oh, look dope, dude. I mean, what platform or whatever are you using
It's on
to?
Shopify, so they
Is
have a
it?
pretty, it's a lot of code and stuff. It's not just like templates and stuff.
Sure.
There is, but you got to do some other, stuff in there. But Shopify was pretty legit because I use that for my merch anyway. But then, I saw other people use it for their websites, and I was like, okay, you can just make more pages and kind of put more info and all that kind of stuff
Cool.
on there.
I just like the fact that like that's you almost felt like a website was kind of a dying out thing, right?
For sure.
But now people have revamped it where it's right where it's your home base for everything. So
It's
it's
your
like, dude,
EPK. Yeah. Essentially, it's what I'm sending to promoters or venues that I'm trying to book. It's like a business card almost.
yeah. Yep, yeah, because I know, like, I'm terrible with the names, but there's something like, what is that? Where you load up all your socials onto that one page, it's like a tree or something with a,
Linktree. That's what I used right before.
yeah, and and that's cool, but I just like this because it just
It's
flows
kind
so
of
much better.
lifeless. Yeah, yeah. This has a little bit more personality, and you get to look around and kind of search through it. It can be cool.
That's sweet. Yeah, I think because that's kind of the next step for the podcast stuff like that too. Because it's just like, it's just like, oh, you can get tidbits here and there and there and there. Okay, well, where's like, where should I go to first? It's like, well, here, check
Right.
this out now. So that's why I wonder if I can upload fucking videos and embed them in there too. So it's like each week's podcast can be
Hmm.
on there and
Oh, absolutely.
cool. Yeah, and I mean Printify, which I've got my merch page. I mean that's a like a subdivision of Shopify anyway.
Hmm.
So yeah, I might have to get some tips
Worth
from
looking
you.
into. It really is cool.
And so with the code and all that, I mean obviously you were novice going into it, but you obviously made it look like that. So there's hope for some
I
of
had a
us.
lot of practice from the MySpace days, having to
Nice.
pull, dust off the old, widgets.
Lauren says Euphoria. I like your movie clips.
Yeah, yeah. I tried to pick the most like ones where you're like, what the fuck is that?
That's fucking sweet. Travis Allen says, I just listened to regular dope ass song. I'm going to dive into the catalog. Just got a fan in me. There we go, brother.
Thank you, Travis. I appreciate that, bro. If you're still here, thank you.
Travis, I haven't checked my DMs yet or whatever, but I'm giving away a couple of the albums of him there too. So share this thing, screenshot it, and send it to me. I might have one coming your way, brother.
A free
Otherwise,
CD.
support the man here, man. You can go on his merch store, buy it. The albums are only $10. Otherwise, if you ain't
Mhm.
got money, go stream it off YouTube. Give him some views,
Yeah,
baby.
absolutely. That anything. anything like that supports, like a post, fucking follow me.
Yes.
If that's all you can do it. It makes a big difference.
Well, and it's so cool nowadays with that, where it's just like, before you'd think like, oh, why would you ever put your music up for free? That's going to take away from an album sale. Dude, you get paid so much more money, in general, if you're big, going off of that, and it doesn't go to record
Yep.
companies, I wouldn't think much, or
No.
what I don't know the legal bullshit, but
You make all your money on shows anyway. So if you're giving away free music that people like, and then people come to your shows, that's where you'll make your money. Sell merch there,
fucking
you
right.
know.
And again,
hmm
people that are hopping on right now too. He's going on tour right now. I pop it over to the other page right now. So if you're in the fucking Dakotas, Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota, or you just feel like taking a goddamn road trip, baby, come kick it with me in
Maybe, yeah.
Minneapolis, March 28th. We're gonna go see this dude.
Let's go. I can't wait, dude. I really can't. I'm excited. The road is the best part of the gig. Getting to travel and meet new people face to face,
Yeah.
and do that kind of face to face sales. It's incredible. Hear other people's stories, and get to share my music. That's the best part of the gig. It really is.
So are you like the more frugal dude? Are you guys just crashing out in the car at a rest stop, or you stop and
I definitely had done that before,
yeah,
where it's four of us fucking sleeping in a car, sleeping in one hotel room. But the music industry has treated me a little better recently, so
very
I'm doing
nice.
pretty well.
I don't know if they make a car adapter for my CPAP machine because I'm a fat piece of shit and I need that thing, man.
I need my heated blanket.
The creature comforts, dudes can have them too, you guys. So lay off
That's
us.
right. That's right.
Oh man. So yeah, dude. Last question, or not the last, but just another one that's been on my mind because again,
hmm
back with the physical media. Have you ever kicked around the idea of maybe doing a limited run on some vinyl records?
Absolutely, but they are so fucking expensive,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay.
I've looked into, doing like a small 100 print, and it's like a couple grand. It's
Oh
like,
fuck.
oh man, I've
Yeah.
always wanted to do, pre-orders or do something. I will one day. I
Yeah.
could, well, I really considered it with this album, but I would have to do a double LP because there was too many songs,
Sure.
and that would double the price.
I'm sure it
If you
would.
can't fit it all on one, and you need two records, it's like double the price. So I was
Wow.
like, fuck, man, I should have did it on the last one. Hell was boring. If anything, I will make one just so I can fucking have it,
Just have it,
because I
right?
collect vinyl myself.
Frame that shit, baby.
I
Yeah,
will one day. I really will.
I love collecting the vinyl. It's just
Me too.
nowadays, just as my older self, that's just my ode to my love of music. Is like that's the one true format that I really think is the best. Even though nowadays I don't even get to fucking listen to any records because I got kids around. My last record player, one of my kids, fucking just ripped the arm off of it, and I said,
Oh
dude.
man.
I said, I ain't getting another one until these kids are a little older and leave me the hell alone.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Me and the wife always on Sundays when we clean the house, we'll throw one on.
That's so sweet, man. I love it. It's such a different, it really grounds you, because it's just
Yeah.
nowadays, like, I just think, especially like kids younger that are just like born in this, like, you have music on demand anywhere you go. And it's like, that was never the
hmm
case, man. I mean, unless you had a fucking Walkman, with that
Right.
fucking CD skipping around, you had to be somewhere. You had to be in a car. You had to be in a house,
Yep.
and,
At the store, listening to the samples,
yes.
flipping through the catalog.
Dude, and you can't sit there and skip tracks as easy, right? I
No.
mean, it's like no,
No.
it's a whole experience of listening to it, which I just like. I just think everybody's just got such ADHD, which just no next this back forth back forth. It's like now just listen to from front to back how it was meant to be played. You
Right,
know,
right. Yeah,
uh,
for sure. And I feel like that's also taken away from a lot of artists, doing albums. Nowadays the formula, you hear it all over TikTok, all these other artists that I follow. It's like just do singles, just do singles.
yeah,
And like I get it, but sometimes you can really sit down with an artist and hear a project, and you can really connect with them a lot more because you get their
yeah,
full vision instead of just, 2 minute snippet of a song here and there. And
right, yeah. Exactly. It just be able to paint like a long format picture like that, as a whole album concept. I think is just really cool. Um, I just I get down on that stuff, dude. I mean, again, yeah, the
yeah,
singles are cool. I'm always glad that somebody's dropping a new song here and they're cool. But yeah, it's nothing like this is coming out the anticipation. It's release day. Okay, cool. Like I'm gonna listen to the whole fucking thing. And
yes, yes.
so one of the homies that goes by the name of Blutzan, He said, "Hell is Boring" is probably an album I will always keep my pants off for. So that a boy.
Yes.
And
That's what I like
I
to
actually
hear.
had I had him on the podcast. He is affectionately known as the Chainsaw Whisperer. This guy works on all these chainsaws for everybody. You know,
Oh,
again,
that's so sick.
big Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, in case anybody didn't
Yep.
notice. But
Yep.
he's actually, I sent him one of the most disgusting old beat up chainsaws in the world, and it's his Mount Everest he's working on right now. And bless his heart, because even though he won't admit it, I know there's probably 30 times he's just been like, "I'm gonna throw this in the garbage," but he keeps going
Right.
because he's like, "No, I can't give up." So he says
No,
he's
no.
probably going to use your music to get the chainsaw done.
Let's
So.
go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I made it for, is to inspire this exact
Yes.
scenario. So thank you. That is fucking awesome.
Dude, there's so many fucking cool people I've just gotten to meet over the years with these pages
Yeah.
and the podcast and all this stuff like this, dude. I mean, again, if I can see you at a show and now we've been kicking it a couple times like this,
Yep.
it's awesome, man.
It really is.
It's really cool, like just friendships formed and stuff. And then I was thinking about it the other day too. I go, this, because like how like busy my life is, like, like I said, just being dedicated as like a father and a husband and working and, career and all that. It's like, it's hard to keep up with people, but like this right now, it's like, I'm not just having like, like a guest on. It's like, this is my time where I get to kick it with you for a minute, and
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
and just doing it live is just so much more fun, because it's like, we've got an audience, we got people in the comments section, and just adding
That
to it.
genuinely care and,
Yes.
are interested.
It's fucking cool, man. It's just like a
It
social
really is.
hour. It's, I think it's great. So everybody that's watching, man, again, I appreciate the hell out of everybody. And,
Same.
these are people that are on the show that I really fully support and I like. And, this isn't just some gimmicky, whatever. It's just like, dude, I think what you're doing is awesome as an artist. I think what Blutzon does as an artist is beautiful. And I just can't help
Me
but tell
too.
people about it, man. It's like, if I like something, I'm going to tell you all about it. It doesn't mean you have to like it, but hey, I'm just trying to spread the good word of what I find enjoyment out of.
Right. Well, I know we all appreciate you giving us a platform and letting us, chat and about our passions. And it's an honor. It really is, every time to come on,
Oh,
and
stop
I will come and chat with you, Eddie. Oh no, I'll keep going, baby.
it. Oh man. Well, fucking March can't come soon enough. I know
No,
we
two
got,
months.
for the personal life here, February is gonna be crazy. I got both the two oldest kids are doing swimming lessons, and they're on
Yeah.
Tuesday and Thursday. Every Tuesday and Thursday the whole fucking month. Our baby Evelyn, she's gonna be 2 years old at the end of the month, and we got a lot of stuff going on. So I know it's gonna be
Let's
a
go.
blur. And before I know it, we're gonna be coming up to see you, man. So.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. It's gonna be a great time. It really is.
And hopefully, because we got to get the monsters to bed and everything in the sitter. So, hopefully you aren't going on at, 6 p.m. or something like that. It'll be a
Oh
little
no, no,
later
no,
show.
no, 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 no. I'll make them. I'll hold off. I'll be like, listen,
Yeah.
we need to wait for Sean.
I know the wife said she's going to have a drink or two that night, too. It's always nice to see her, be able to cut loose, man. She works her fucking
Yeah, we're
ass
gonna have a
off
great,
here.
dude. We're gonna have a great fucking time. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude, fucking dope, dude. Um, Yeah, brother. I'm just happy you're on. I think I've sat and badgered you enough. I think I've sat and stroked your ego enough on how amazing the
Oh,
album is. From this
hey,
point,
anytime you want to do it again, please,
I can't
please.
say
This head
much
can get
more
bigger. I promise.
other than just everybody go listen to it for yourself. Like I say, I mean, it's fucking it's free. I mean, I'm a YouTube guy, but I think you're on everything else. I mean,
Everything.
fucking Tidal, Spotify,
Yep.
you fucking name it, dude.
Yep.
Absolutely gorgeous. Anything else you want to plug here, man?
Just, stay tuned next week. You think we're done with the content on the album? We're not. I promise I got some stuff for you. Monday or Tuesday, I got a little surprise.
Hell yeah! Oh, and I think it's a perfect time to part ways, because it looks like my video feed froze up, so I'm batting an eyelash here. Gorgeous.
Well, it was an honor. It really was. Thank you again for letting me talk about the album and, genuinely listening to it and, having questions about it. They were awesome, and getting to elaborate on certain stuff and certain points was awesome. So, anytime I can come back, I will be back.
Fucking anytime, brother. And again, DakotahFaye.com, right? That's the main hub.
Yep. That's it.
Everybody check that shit out, baby. My brother, I hope you have a nice weekend.
You as
Hopefully it's
well.
good weather, man. It's not 20 below here
Hmm.
anymore. We've been hitting 50, so
No, no, yeah, we're good. We're good.
it'll dip again, but fucking A.
Yeah.
So. All right, brother. Well, again, thank you very much, and
Of course.
and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you, man. It was a pleasure. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Until next time.
All right, brother. Take care.
Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm just very humbled everybody's checking out this goofball thing that I do, because it's attracting some really cool fucking people like Dakotah, man. So again, if you guys are into hip hop, or you maybe even that's not your thing, do yourself a favor and check this shit out, because he's got some really dope ass stuff. Also check out, if you like what you're seeing here, you want to support the show, the merch store is open again. Like I say, check out the Printify. You can get yourself shirts, hats, all that type of stuff, other goofball shit I got going on. And it's really appreciated. Anybody that buys a shirt or whatever, I see you guys, I appreciate it. And anything that's sold, it goes right back into the show, so I can get better microphones, all that stuff. Hopefully, like a fucking computer and a camera that doesn't freeze. Look at this. Look at my dumb fucking ass right here, for Christ's sake. So anyway, if you like what you see, otherwise don't. It doesn't matter. It's all good, baby. But what I'd rather you spend your fucking money on here is Half Moon Designs, because Ann McDonald is a dear friend of mine. She is a staple amongst the horror community for her top of the line, good top quality shit, bags, purses, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying, baby. But do yourself the favor, save 10% off when you order. Space Corps is the promo code to use afterwards. There's no gimmick, no bullshit. It's not buy a certain thing. You can buy one thing, buy 100 things. Christmas time is a while away, but baby, it never is a bad chance to just start building up that arsenal, so it's not such a fucking burden on your old budget come December. You know what I'm sizzling? So anyway, baby, again, we had the Mega Powers auction on Tuesday. I appreciate the shit out of everybody that came in and did that. It was a really good fucking time. Me and Shanga, we're going to do that again at some point. We got to space them out a little bit, baby. We can't be sitting there pumping you every freaking week. I don't have any kind of inventory like that. I mean, those guys, that's their thing. I probably got one more in me, and then I'm just a spectator. Or I told them I'd be in there commentating as well. But that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my screen is froze, so that means it's time to go, baby. You've been watching the Space Corps podcast. This is your boy Stoney. I'm coming to you live from the TCM Museum of Minnesota, the Saws family. And baby, I hope you all have yourselves a nice fucking rest of the evening and a great weekend. And God bless America, motherfuckers. I'm out. Minnesota proud, magic chainsaw, got the cosmic glow, gotta bring it back.